Hey Crushers, Young here, bringing you the first video in our new series called Heroes Magnified, where we'll be taking an in-depth look at heroes and really honing in on what makes them individually good or bad. Today's video will be focusing on Skeleton Giant. Before we get started, if you have any questions or comments after watching this video, I would encourage you to leave them in the comment section below, or you can reach out to me through the official Discord, which you can access through the settings of the game located here in the community section. I would also ask you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. That way you can catch all my videos when they come out and stay up to date on all the latest Crush Them All news and information. I would also like to take a moment to give a special thanks to Godsy Lab for sponsoring today's video. The Skeleton Giant, in general, is the first hero recommended by experienced Discord users and players of the game, and with good reason. Skeleton Giant can practically help just about anybody, especially in regards to Arena and other PvP modes. Now when starting out, getting a strong Skeleton Giant will help increase your Star Shard income. Star Shards are required for Awakening heroes, and this is ultimately one of the largest bottlenecks in the game. Skeleton Giant can and will help you in Arena, Blitz, and Guild Wars. Next, we're going to discuss how to get medals for him and how to build him. So, if you're just starting off, Magic Medals investment is probably going to be the highest recommendation made to you with Skeleton Giant. Generally recommending to use Magic Medals on rare heroes, Skeleton Giant could be considered the exception to the rule as far as this goes. Ideally, you will get him to 7 regular stars, and as many as 5 awakened stars with a level 6 weapon. This alone should carry you into the Platinum and Diamond arenas, where you can begin focusing on building a team around Skeleton Giant to start climbing higher. I recommend using Magic Medals, requesting medals in your guild Monday through Saturday, doing dark dungeons, and opening silver chests to get his medals even faster. In order to get the awakening and weapon materials you need, be sure to check out some of my other guides, such as my quick 2x expedition event guide for more information regarding those specific resources. Building an arena team around Skeleton Giant comes with several advantages. You'll be able to progress into higher arena ranks, giving you access to more star shards. Generally speaking, the second hero to build after Skeleton Giant is typically going to be Spike. You can see Spike right here, as soon as my eyes adjust. Now, lost where I was at. Now, ideally, you'll want more attack range on your Skeleton Giant than you have on your Spike or whatever tank you're using, because you're wanting that tank to be in front of Skeleton Giant. Which brings us to the next topic of today's discussion, and that's runes. Runes on Skeleton Giant can be considered fairly straightforward. Damage with AoE, attack, or HP should be used. The second set should be Vitality with AoE, attack, or HP. This indicates that the ideal build for Skeleton Giant is to be a mixed attacker. Area of effect is needed so he can hit more of your enemy heroes. Attack is needed so he deals more damage, and hit points are needed so that he has more health and can take more hits from the enemy before dying. Once you've built yourself a tank like Spike, Gladiator, or Leaf Blade to go with him, you want to make sure that you've also selected runes for him that have at least some attack range in the secondary rune options that allow him to stand behind the main wall tank. There are, of course, 2 alternative builds for Skeleton Giant, but neither are considered as good for most players. The full Assault build involves running Damage with Attack Primary, and Swift with Attack or Attack per Second Primary. The other alternative build is the wall tank. This set would focus on Vitality with HP primaries and Nimble with HP primaries. There are heroes that do both of these roles better than Skeleton Giant and should be considered first. Now, some other heroes that help complement Skeleton Giant are the primary buffers and crowd control heroes. A few worth mentioning are Monkey King, Zac, Frost Queen, if you have other water heroes like Aqua, Onyx, Scud, Monkey Robati, and Monkey Mortar all help Skeleton Giant as well. Skeleton Giant certainly brings a lot to the table in terms of the PvP side of things, but he's not super great at player versus enemy modes such as guild raid events and staging. It's not that he's necessarily the worst choice for either mode, but better choices exist and should be used instead, namely Kasume for staging and Crushers for guild raid events. If you need help with your staging team, be sure to check out the beginner's guide on staging that I've linked in the description below this video. Now, there are a lot of really great resources that we have within the community, and a lot of those resources cover heroes in general, including Skeleton Giant and many of the other heroes mentioned in today's video. I recommend checking out some of those resources, such as the CTA Hero Encyclopedia, made by Mr. Moogle. I've linked that particular guide in the description below this video. If that's something that you'd be interested in checking out, I'd recommend looking that over when you have a chance. Now, as a reminder, for those of you who are patrons of this channel, or interested in being a patron, I am still actively taking feedback on heroes that will be featured as part of this Heroes Magnified series. The next hero in the series is going to be Spike. However, I'd love to hear from you guys what you'd like to see next. If nothing else, leave a comment in the comment section below with the heroes you're wanting to see, and I'll add that into the perspective list. Your support in either capacity is appreciated and needed so that I can continue bringing top quality content to everyone. So as I conclude today's video, I'd like to give a special acknowledgement to King Richard for making the thumbnail for today's video. I'd like to thank the Discord users who helped contribute to this video. In particular, I'd like to acknowledge Mr. Moogle, Pi, Life, and Crimtane. I'd like to give a thanks to all of you for watching my videos and continuing your support. I would like to thank those of you who are interested in donating to this channel through the Patreon. The link to my Patreon is linked in the description below. And finally, I'd like to thank each and every one of you who take the time specifically to reach out to me. You guys motivate me to continue making videos like these. So thanks for watching.